Dashers, have you noticed a strange new type of offer popping up on your app? It looks tempting, but if you don't know your market and what's really behind it, you can be losing money without even realizing it. Now, in this video, we are going to go over a new type of DoorDash order I received just yesterday. Should you accept it? Should you decline it? And how easy it is to lose money if not thought out. Okay, so I was doing my nighttime shift, just started, and an offer comes through and I saw $40 and I'm like, $40? Heck yeah, let's go start the night off. But then I looked at the screen and I'm like, oh, that's new. That's different. And I had to take the full 35 seconds to really digest what the offer is. Now, I did a video probably about a week or so ago that DoorDash is now sending out quadruple offers. And have you received it in your market yet? So that's not the new of this at all. It was a quadruple order, but it's what's inside the offer that was completely like, what? I didn't know we even did that. So here it is. So it was $40.50 going 10.9 miles. Okay, just based off of money mile ratio. Okay, that's actually very decent. Okay, check one for this order. And then I got the order at 5:53 p.m. And according to the offer screen, DoorDash says it should be done by 7:18. So we're talking an hour and a half, roughly, to get this order done. Okay, so I'm going to make $40 in an hour and a half. Okay, another checkbox on why I should probably accept this. Okay, so here's where it gets a little tricky. The offers themselves. Okay, so the first one was a shop for 29 items, 40 units. No water, no deli. Most of it was produce. This is the new part of it all. The next one was 3 pharmacy pickups for prescriptions. So I've done a pharmacy pickup for like one customer many moons ago. I haven't done one recently. But it was only one customer. This time they lumped it together. So this is the weird part. So they paired 3 pharmacy deliveries with a shop and deliver. Anybody find that odd? So it became a quadruple. 1 shop, 3 pharmacy, all in an hour in 25 minutes. So I'm thinking to myself, can I literally shop for 29 units, 29 items, do 3 pickups, and then do all 4 drop-offs in an hour and 25 minutes? So I'm thinking this through. That's why it took me the full 35 seconds to digest what was going on in this order. I'm like, well, I'm going to give it a shot for $40, 10 miles. Let's go do this. And that's exactly what I did. And it did take me about an hour and a half to complete, and I had $40 at the end of it. It kind of reminded me, and not quite, but it's almost like they're taking the concept of DashLink and making bigger orders out of them. So I find this interesting. So we're now introducing quadruples. What's next? Is it 5, 6 deliveries, 10 deliveries? So should you accept these offers or should you decline them? Honestly, it's going to be up to you and what you're capable of doing in your experience level with DoorDash, and also how well you know your market and the places you're picking up from, in my case, shopping from. I kind of went down my own checklist, so you might want to keep your own checklist in your head. because that really helps me understand offers when they come in, no matter what it is I'm looking at. And every dasher should look at the dollar amount, look at the miles, and then kind of see. I always look to see what the deliver by time is, so I have a rough estimate of how long it's going to take me, something like this, something this big. And then I look at where they have me picking up. And then I look at the map of where they're having me drop off. Even though it said like 10 miles, it really wasn't that bad at all. Some of it was getting between the grocery store and the pharmacy. And then each one after that was like 2 miles, 2 miles, 3 miles. Like it was all kind of in a row. So it didn't feel like the full like 10 miles that it was saying on the screen. And not only that, but the one that was the last one was bringing me back to an area that I can actually work in. So you need to know your market for those reasons. Are you a quick shopper? That's the first thing. Can you do this quickly that you can do a shop? In my case, it took me 20 minutes because I knew the supermarket like the back of my hand. I was in, I was out, and let's move on. The thing that slowed me down, and I knew this was going to slow me down, the pharmacy I was going to, it was during rush time of people coming home, and I knew I was going to be waiting in line because a pharmacy pickup is a little different. They don't have like a separate line for DoorDash orders because I don't get them very often. So you have to stand in line with everybody else trying to pick up their prescriptions. That was the downfall and the long time that I actually waited for the order. So there's a lot of factors that go into this, and you need to outweigh your comfort level, how much it is. That's, to me, that's the biggest part of it. If it was $20 going 10 miles with those high item shops, and then I would have been like, no, I'm not doing this. Or if it was even a lower dollar amount and higher miles, I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. So you have to really weigh each thing individually and then make your own decision if it's worth your time. So could you lose money on these instead of making money? Yeah, you can. It kind of goes back to knowing your market and what you're capable of and what DoorDash is asking of you. I always say money talks, and that makes me do the orders. So that's first thing. If it is a low paying offer with high miles or high item counts for a shop, and then you have to do a pharmacy pickup, I would be like, I don't know about that, because it could take you an hour and a half. When I look at orders like these, I value my time. I don't look so much as item counts, even though that's a big part of it, but how long do I think this is going to take me to do versus the dollar amount that they're expecting? And I weigh in a little bit of what DoorDash delivery by time is, so that way I have a rough estimate. But if this was $20 and it was going to take me an hour and a half, is $20 worth an hour and a half's worth of work? Me, no. $40 in my case? Yes, it is. So it's just another way of looking at it. When you look at your time and how long it's going to take, that's a big deciding factor, because if you end up taking this and it takes 2 hours to do, you just made $20 in 2 hours, and then you really are losing money. On top of that, if it's higher miles, then you're putting more miles on your car, wasting more gas, and you have to factor that in as well. So it's a big decision in 35 seconds to make when it comes to some of these quadruple, even triple orders. So only thing I can say is really evaluate the offer before you take it, because I think this is DoorDash's logic. If a dasher only has 35 seconds to make a decision, they're hoping that dashers just see that dollar amount and hit accept without really realizing what they're getting themselves into and how much work is being expected out of some of these offers. They're just expecting, especially a dasher like myself that's platinum, just to hit accept and not really looking at it and going, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this. But it's $40, but maybe I shouldn't do this. And then DoorDash wants you just to hit accept And that's not really realistic if you're going to be losing money. I know I've talked about this already on the channel, but have you been seeing more quadruples lately in your market? On top of that, have you seen crazy combinations like I just saw the other day between a shop and 3 pharmacy orders? I'm telling you, DoorDash is getting a little crafty and creative with their orders and how to get them delivered. And this is one of the ways that I've been noticing it lately in my market. Go ahead, let me know if you've been noticing the same thing. You know, I do a lot of DoorDash videos on this channel. And if you're looking for more, well, I'm definitely going to suggest this one up next, and I'll see you over there.